hyped they are to get into this game. So I'm hoping that these losses that we have sustained the last 3 games produces a win. It lets everybody get hyped and knows that they have to do something different out on the field today.
Well, let me tell you something, Dre. You bring some very good points. The Giants need a big win. We can't stress that enough as Giants fans and as hosts of the show here. Giants are 2-3 at the bottom of the basement right now.
Right.
What they did say was that a lot of the problems they had were with personnel.
Right.
Personnel-wise, they had 4 wide receivers out all the time. So when you're a 4 wide receiver set, a lot of the defenses know what you're going to do. They already know you're going to pass the ball. And with a weak running game, they don't see them actually doing that.
Right.
So heard through the grapevine today that you should see something out there, Giants fans, a little different with our setup with our wide receivers today. So we're looking to probably get them a little bit less predictable out there. I like to see them in a little bit of bunch mode. I like to see them bunch up their receivers a little bit. So give these guys a free release off there because, hey, they're going to go up against a defense today that is depleted. Right now, it's out. You got Elvis Dumervil out for the Ravens. You also have Steve Smith Sr. out for the Ravens. You also have C.J. Mosley, the inside linebacker, out today. Devin Hester out. Willie Henry, defensive tackle, out.
Yeah.
Notable people that are out that should give the Giants some type of advantage today. Definitely the defensive advantage today because offensively they don't have a lot of people that they're going to be able to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
And I think the quarterback there is going to have a hard time to get the ball out to those people today. Plus, they're going to be new guys and everything like that. And as far as the Giants inactives today, we have that's out for today's game is Nate Bird. That's the backup safety. We also have Marshall Newhouse is out today. And we also have Darian Thompson out and Eli Apple out. Eli Apple out today due to that hamstring injury. We kind of wanted him to come in. Kind of needed him today to actually help out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the inactives today, which one do you think is, out of those guys, is going to be crucial for us? Probably Apple.
Yeah.
Probably Apple.
I'm going to go with Apple.
Apple, and because that thrusts in somebody new, somebody else who doesn't know how to handle the offense, handle the defense well. Spagnuolo's going to have to be creative today. So looking at those inactives, what I am happy about though is the fact that Elvis Stewart goes out, and he is a pretty good defensive end. They still got to deal with Terrell Suggs.
We've got to capitalize on that. We have to capitalize on that.
Definitely, and now the Giants can actually negate him by actually chipping with a running back.
Right.
And whoever is probably going to be on the sideline, it's going to be on Flowers or it's going to be on Hart. So they're probably going to go to their weakest link and go with Hart. So we'll have to look at that and see. But I'm excited for today's game. The Giants, it's a must-win, just like we said.
It's a must-win.
And 3-3 record is better than 2-4 right now. So look at the difference in that right there. That's significant.
We still have a number of games to go. So if they can turn it around starting today, then I think it gives us fans some hope. That they're going to continue to be successful. Hopefully this was just a hiccup that the Giants have gone through. They're just ironing out some kinks and we can get going. Aaron agrees. He says we need a huge win today and some hope. So
that they're going to continue.
Okay,
to
hold
be
on one
successful.
second. Hold on one second.
This is just
That's a technical difficulties. I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay. So Aaron states we need a huge win today. Everyone has to step up, especially with all the injuries, and Eli got to step up and play smart football. I agree. Like I mentioned in the beginning, they were discussing Eli Manning in the media all week this week. Everybody's starting to notice that something is not right. He's not comfortable. Whether it's the O-line, causing that, we don't know. But even when he does have a little bit of time, his passes were not precise at all.
But just like I said with Eli, you have to, like I said, you're a 13-year veteran. You're a guy that's out there, you're getting paid millions of dollars.
I agree.
And I don't want to keep harping on the money. It ain't my money, but still, you're getting paid. You could probably, save a small country with the amount of money you get paid.
Yeah.
And you just don't come out and you don't actually produce. Out of 16 games, your star quarterback should at least will you through 4 or 5 games.
Take a couple steps forward.
Strictly on his talent level.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing that with Eli Manning.
I agree.
And definitely with the turnovers, it's just something that we need to watch for today. And it shouldn't be a lot of pressure on Eli with the amount of people that are actually injured on the Ravens.
Right. Aaron also says they got to open up the playbook and get tricky with it. Throw the Ravens off their game. I agree. We've got to we've got to stop doing what we're known for doing. We've got to open up that playbook and start throwing things at them that they're not going to expect. I think everybody is watching our games or studying our film, and they know exactly what we're going to do.
Well, that's what I said today is that we're going to look, fans, you're going to see something different today in the Giants offense, whether it be the Giants bunching up, not being in a 4 wides, maybe in a 3 wide with a tight end out there, or just maybe a 2 running backs back there. But you're going to see something different. Something's going to be different today because it is too predictable for us.
I agree.
And everybody out there, we had that predictable offense. We weren't aggressive on offense as well, and the plays were just a lot of vanilla plays.
Right.
And a lot of people catch on to that quick. This is not the preseason.
Right.
This is not the preseason.
Right.
So we need to figure that out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
So looking back at this game, the Packer game.
Right.
The one thing that stood out in my mind was no pressure by the defense.
None whatsoever. He was baking cookies back there.
He was actually baking cookies.
He was baking some cookies. He took one of my recipes and he was making cookies back there.
I'm just trying to figure that out because we paid $200 million for defense today, right?
Right.
$200 million, and I think we got maybe 4 sacks already through 5 games. Week 6, you should at least have at least 10 sacks as a team. Right now, we're lacking that pressure up front. I think the defensive ends are working hard, but they just don't have that push up front.
Right. There's no support up front.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Hankins, guys like Snacks, they actually they got to get up there, man. They got to pressure the inside and actually cause some disruption against the opposing offensive line right here. And like I said, they got some people out. Ronnie Stanley's out, their first round pick, the Ravens from Notre Dame. He's going to be out. I mean, you got guys in there right now that they're not necessarily game ready or actually know what they're doing out there. I mean, it all comes down to execution. We have to execute. And turnovers. Lord, turnovers.
We can't
turn the ball over in crucial situations.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at all of our games up to now, we've turned the ball over in crucial situations.
Yeah.
Whether it's fumble by running backs, whether it's a fumble, what's the interception by Eli Manning,
or turnover in special teams.
or a turnover on special teams. Special teams cannot hinder us today.
Right, and penalties.
And penalties.
Penalties. We've got to stay away from the penalties. Malcolm mentions wish for the Book of Eli to throw for 3 touchdowns today. Would be ecstatic. I agree.
If Eli threw for 3 touchdowns today and we win this game, I think that Giants fans would be a little bit at ease.
Yeah.
Because right now we're having a short week.
Yeah.
A short week. We got to go to London.
Right.
So London and play the Rams. So we got a short week. If I were to win today, be 4-3 before our bye. That'll be something good for the Giants to go into. A 2-game win streak before our bye.
3 and 4.
Sorry, no.
If we win.
If we win, there'll be no. I'm talking about included next week.
Okay, got it.
So it'll be 4. It'll be 4-3.
Right.
So
got it.
that's something that we could actually look forward to.
Yeah.
For this game, Ravens, despite them being actually,
I've got some worries.
Joe Flacco, to me, I mean, he's Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl quarterback. He can make the bomb throws. The player you gotta watch out for today is Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace is active today, I believe.
Yeah.
And all he does is run 9 routes. If you don't know what a 9 route is, it's just fly down the field and go. That's all he'll do. And Joe Flacco has the arm to reach it. And what I'm looking for today is guys like Adams, if he's in, number 33, and my favorite player, not Trevor Wade.
Okay.
If Trevor Wade is in there, they're going to go after Trevor Wade because he's the weakest link in that defense. But 9 routes take a long time to develop, especially if you have safety coverage. And we're looking at our defense to get up there and actually pressure. I'm looking for the Giants to get at least 3 to 4 sacks today. What about you?
That would be. I mean, we need it. We need it. We're not. That is one area that we are lacking.
Mm-hmm.
The pass rush has not worked for us.
Definitely.
Like I said, we allowed Aaron Rodgers to bake cookies last week. So I would like to see us get to the quarterback, produce those sacks, because I think that's what $200 million is worth. Interceptions and sacks, not just, putting a little bit of pressure here and there, but we need the interceptions and we need the sacks.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers had 8 seconds to throw the ball last week. One time he had 8 seconds.
Yeah.
I want you to think about it out there. If you had 8 seconds to throw a pass in the NFL, could you do it?
I think I can do it.
I think I could do it too. 8 seconds? I mean, at least I could run farther than Eli can.
Right.
So, we got any questions that came in?
So Malcolm is he is adamant that we must win today, and I agree with you, Malcolm. We must win today. I cannot come back to the post-game show with a loss. I just can't do it. Malcolm states, if nothing else, at least let us see that pass rush that we paid for today. Preach. Exactly. We've got to have the pass rush working today.
And I know Giants fans are just, they are just screaming for this pass rush to earn their money. I mean, right now it's a sunken cost. In financial terms, it's a sunk cost right now. We poured money into the defensive line and it hasn't produced. It hasn't, the fruits of the labor
has not paying off yet.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, Vic. So is the pass rush not working because our defensive line is just not strong enough, or have the offensive lines that we have gone up against that good?
Well, I think it's a little combination of both. A little bit of the teams being better, but also I don't want to harp on it, but you got OV who has an injured hand, right? When you're a defensive end, you use your hands a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to be pushing a lot of people off, and he can't do that. That's why if you see today, OV will probably go inside on the defensive line where he can just jam in, because when you're defensive end, you use your hands a lot.
Yeah.
Now going back to JPP, everybody knows he has, he's missing some fingers, and it's hard for him. But they also double him. If you look at OV, he's not long and lanky as JPP, so they don't consider him that much of a threat. He's quicker, but you can also use a running back and chip him off. And I think defenses know that, hey, if we stop the ends, there's not going to be a lot of pressure the Giants can put on us right up the middle because they haven't been doing it.
Right. Got it. Okay.
So.
Got it.
Now, question for you today is that we got the running back, Rashad Jennings. Rashad Jennings is back today, which is good. Not only because the running game, he knows the play, but also for the simple fact that he can actually block.
Right.
I mean, he can block. He can block, and he helped Eli Manning in the passing game. Give him a little bit more credit and stuff like. I mean, give him a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So,
let's see. Cara Tide, she says this is the best show ever. Love you guys. We love you too. Hey, Uta's on. Left tackle Eric Flowers needs a bounce back performance. He's been struggling. Also need more pasta salad. Great show. I can work on the pasta salad for you, but Eric Flowers, Vic.
Okay, Eric Flowers, like I said, if you go back and look at our other shows, Eric Flowers is a young guy. He lacks the technique. If you look at Eric Flowers, his technique is not up to par. I don't think it's NFL ready.
Right.
I think he needs a big off season to work on that. And the time right now is you can't be working on your technique during the season.
Right, and my thing is, if his technique is not there, he's got to stop the penalties. He's got to stop trying to overcome for his lack of. Well,
if he does that, he's gonna get Eli Manning killed. The thing about the penalties is this: what you lack in technique.
Right.
Let me give you an example. Right, Andrea's a defensive end. Come at me. Right. If I don't know how to block you, I'm gonna try to grab you.
Pull me down.
Okay. He doesn't know how to use his hands very well. He doesn't know how to use leverage. Now, as a lineman, if you come up in your stance too high, you'd be rigid, and all you gotta do is push me back. That's what his problem is. He grabs. He doesn't know how to deal with pass rushers who are very quick.
Right.
And as soon as somebody gets around the edge, he has to push, and then he holds them.
Holds them, grabs them, pulls them down.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Uta, he does need a bounce back game, and I'm looking forward to him to have a better game. But also, like I said, you got running back Jennings back, and he knows to get that little chip block.
So Malcolm states Janoris Jenkins on Mike Wallace today. No Steve Smith, no problem.
Hey, I totally agree with you, Malcolm, because throw him on, and no Steve Smith, Mike Wallace, get on him, Janoris Jenkins.
Yeah.
Put Jack Rabbit on him. Put him on him and just let him leave him there. Give him safety help too. Why not? He's the only person that can hurt you on that team. Dennis out, the tight end, he's not going to be there. The running game, I mean, the Giants should be able to stop the running game. But you can't give them those big plays. Those big plays are just drive killers and keep our defense on the field longer than they need to be. So defensively, let me ask you defensively. Third downs. Giants need to get off the field on third downs.
Have to.
And the only reason, not because it's going to be a first down, but secondly, how many snaps are they playing?
But this is my thing. You cannot get off the field on third downs if you give that quarterback the amount of time that we gave Aaron Rodgers last week.
Agreed.
You understand? If he's got all that time to just continue going through his reads, he's eventually going to find something open, or he's going to take off and run. So the pass rush is so important to those third downs.
And you know what? If you look at the game last week, let me tell you something. If you're a quarterback or DB, to actually keep your man locked up for 8 seconds or 7 7
Yeah.
seconds.
That's too long.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, that's pretty good. But you can't. The average time in the NFL is about 3 to 4 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
Especially with a running quarterback. Now, this week they don't have to worry about that with Joe Flacco. He's not a traditional running quarterback, but he will run.
He'll run, exactly.
And get them some yards.
Yeah.
But you can't allow this quarterback to sit back there for 8 seconds and actually survey the field and get to his people.
Right, I agree. Malcolm Richardson, Spags just needs to dial it up a little better. We keep them under 25 points. Today I believe we win. Have a great day. Love y'all show. Thanks, Malcolm. Cara Tide wants to know, which player do you think will show out the most?
Well, I'm looking, is it offensively? I'll give you 2. Offensively, I want to see Victor Cruz have a good game.
Yeah,
And
he had zero. He had zero last week.
He had 0 receptions last week.
Right.
I want to see Victor Cruz break out in this game. We know what Odell Beckham's going to do. We know Shepard's going to catch some balls.
Right.
I want to see Victor Cruz on offense.
I agree. I'd like to see that too.
And
I mean, Eli has 3 great wide receivers that their talent is proven that he has out there, and
I would agree.
And we're just not seeing
I would agree.
him utilize. We're not seeing him utilize them the
I
way
would
that
agree.
he should.
I would agree. Looking at the actual defensive side of the ball, Carl, what I would do with, excuse my feet, I'm fidgeting here. What I would do with the defense that I want to see out there, it's not OV, it's not JPP. I'd like to see a Giants linebacker today.
Yeah.
Jonathan Casillas. And you probably don't know who he is. Jonathan Casillas. You see him out the Giants. I want to see him have a good game. I want to see him lock up some running back or lock up a tight end. It's easy for me to say one of the defensive ends there. Snacks, Harrison, or Jenkins. But I'd rather see one of our linebackers. When was the last time we had an impact linebacker? The guy's name on the helmet. Right
There you go.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor. Yep.
Oh, that was the big surprise there, Giants Nation. I just recently got, check this out, I recently got my signed official Lawrence Taylor helmet here. If you can read that right there, it's Lawrence Taylor. He's a bad motherfucker. That's what he says. Excuse my language.
That's
my head's too big for this to get on me, but it's memorabilia, so it's awesome.
It's awesome. So, hey, we've got Rebecca Montero. Hey, Vic, so nice to see you and your wifey. Love this. We love you too, Rebecca. Hey, Cody's on. Hey, Cody.
Hey, Cody,
We're
what's
wondering
good?
where you were, man. Your voices are messing up and the video. I hope maybe just restart the video.
Yeah, just
I hope
if
it's
you
not
can
for
hear me,
everybody.
restart the video.
Yeah.
Just give us a sign if you can't understand us or you don't hear us through the video.
Yeah. So, yep. Lawrence Taylor, Giants legend. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm.
Oh, before we should have mentioned this to everyone. Everybody knows October is what?
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
We got to fight the cure. As you can see, I'm rocking the Giants hat here with the pink Giants logo on there. Everything you see here is Giants. I don't own the rights to it except the stuff I purchased and the music and stuff. But it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep.
Dre is rocking her pink shirt.
Pink.
Definitely, if you have anyone out there who's had breast cancer or is currently fighting breast cancer, go out and support them. I know there's a lot of good things going on out there.
Yeah.
And breast cancer is something that we can avoid, and we just got to get people screened out for it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm excited about this game. I think it's a good bounce back game for us. A lot of people are calling for Eli Manning to actually be, benched. It's a hard word to say when you got Ryan Nassib out there.
I got you, but you can't continue to say we don't have a good backup, so keep Eli in. He can just continue to screw up and look like a first year rookie quarterback.
Like trash.
and play. I mean, there needs to be a way. If he has a game like he has been having, the Giants organization needs to look at what they're about to do with Eli, because they cannot allow him to continue
that's
to go
strong
out.
words. That's strong words.
They cannot continue to go out there and allow him to play the way that he's playing. This week they had, I think he broke some record for the number of starts or something like that. They cannot allow the number of starts or something like that. He's broken a record, and I'm thinking they worried about the number of starts. Let's look at the quality of the number of starts that he's had, especially this season. It's horrendous. So I could care less about the number of starts Eli Manning has had because he doesn't do anything to put himself in harm's way, especially throw the ball down the field. Let's sit him. Bench him.
Those are strong words. Those are strong words. I admit, Eli Manning to me has not been playing close to par at all. Eli Manning has not been playing the way he needs to play, right? And I'm just trying to think about the fact that if we sit Eli, what else do we have? What is out there? Tell me what's out there better than Eli Manning.
I got you. But you cannot allow him to continue to...
So what are you saying? Sit him for a quarter?
Something. I mean, you're just stuck. You're just gonna. So if he continues to play the way that he's been playing for the last 3-4 games, you just continue to say it's okay.
Well, the thing you got
and let him lead the team.
This is what Jerry Reese put us in. He put us in this position. No one has ever pushed Eli Manning from behind. There's never been a quarterback that came into the Giants organization besides Kurt Warner. And you see what they did to Kurt Warner in 2004.
Yeah.
They just told him, hey, you're the backup. No one's actually pushed Eli Manning. For us to actually get to that point, we're going to have to draft somebody younger and that's actually going to come in and push Eli Manning. Case in point, look at Dallas.
Right.
What is Dak Prescott doing to Tony Romo? He's going to Wally Pipp him. If you get injured, guy comes in, takes your spot.
Yeah. So listen, Terrence Matthews, he wants us to predict the score. We'll certainly get to that. Terrence says, Marty's Catering wants to get y'all some food. I'm hungry too. So
hey, we're hungry too.
So Cody disagrees. Eli won't be benched. I can tell you that. Elite and don't hate. I'm not hating Cody. Honestly, I'm not hating. I love the Giants. I'm a fan. I want to see them win. But bottom line is, he is not playing to the paycheck that he's getting. He's not playing to the quality type of franchise quarterback that he has been looked at as. And I'm not gonna. So that's not hate. That's just pointing out the fact.
This is the
thing.
Even
everybody on the news is talking about Eli right now.
This is the thing with Giants fans. I mean, I was the same way. But you have to take away your fandom and look at it in its perspective that it is.
Right.
Eli, he's not playing well.
Like I said, I don't know if he's injured.
If you look at, I had posed this question a little last week, I believe, or at the beginning of the week, when I looked at Phillip Rivers and I said, "Wow, Phillip Rivers is playing very well. Look at him. He's a guy."
Saying that.
Ben Roethlisberger playing very well. All these quarterbacks I'm bringing up came in this draft class. Now, the only thing you got to tell yourself: do you want your quarterback to have a whole bunch of stats, or you want to have 2 chips?
Right.
That's the dilemma. You got it. But chips aren't won by yourself. You don't win chips by yourself.
Right.
You win it by team.
Yeah.
Eli Manning has had a better team than Phillip Rivers. Because if you look at his numbers don't even compare to the quarterbacks in this year group.
Right. I agree.
I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, 2 chips, still playing well.
Yeah.
All right, Phillip Rivers, playing well throughout his career, no chips.
No.
Haven't had the personnel behind him.
So, Rob G-Man Hernandez must win. Dallas looks good, and we losing games on mistakes again. NYG. I agree.
Mistake-free games.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes for offsides penalties from the defense. That goes for false starts on the offense. And Eli Manning controls that, but also Weston Richburg is the center. He controls that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sit here and say it's pretty easy to, just watch the ball. I'm not out there in the field. But if you look at things, I mean, 1 is okay too, but 5, 6 of them, that's not okay.
Yeah. Cody, I mean, he kind of agrees. We got to keep Manning. Like I think he's on the same page as you are. We really don't have anybody to replace Manning. I got you. During the offseason, draft a quarterback, but develop the quarterback and then see what happens. Jose Andres Espada, Eli needs to be the old Eli.
Jose, how do you get that?
Yeah.
Jose, how do we get Eli to be Eli? He hasn't changed.
I mean,
what's changed about him is the fact that his inability, his pocket presence has changed. He's not as tough as he used to be. But I don't understand that because he's been playing a lot of games. He doesn't take a lot of damage. He doesn't take a lot of hits.
No, he doesn't.
So what is it that we need to get back to with the old Eli? I mean, is that something mentally in between his ears?
No.
Or is it indicative of the teams?
Yeah. I mean, Cody says, that he mentioned he's not playing to form, but it's on the wide receivers and O-line, not just him. I'll agree with you on the O-line, Wide receivers, I mean, yeah, we have seen a couple mistakes by the wide receivers, but a lot of the passes are really off.
They're either behind.
I mean, I guess we're so used to Odell Beckham Jr. making these unimaginable passes, but nobody should be expected to do that. The quarterback should get you the ball where the ball is supposed to come.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing that.
And there's a 50-50 thing with that. Quarterbacks have to throw you the ball at least accurately, somewhat accurately, at least 60% accurately. And Eli Manning throws a lot of balls behind. They're too high, which leaves his receivers out to dry. I don't really like that at all.
So, Terrence Matthews, is Eli the problem or is it Odell?
It's not Odell.
I don't think so
I
either.
doubt it's Odell.
I don't either.
Because Odell made a tremendous catch last week on a pass that was clearly way above anything. And he actually, the only reason that that game was pretty much respectable.
Yeah. Malcolm, I'll be the first to admit Eli has not been playing well at all, but realistically, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, MVP, last 2 seasons. His numbers only gotten better. I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to give up on him yet.
I'm not ready to give up on him yet either, but as fans, we have the right to question the play.
Right.
Question the personnel you have out there in the field. Believe it or not, all those ticket holders in Giants Stadium, all those guys that have those season ticket holders, those passes, they're the ones that get affected by this. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't want to go to a Giants game, and the product you put out there is crappy.
Right.
No one wants to watch a terrible team go out there.
Uta, 200 consecutive start. Impressive. But Eli must perform well enough onto his starting position. Exactly. Like I said, they were making a big deal, 200 consecutive starts. But what is he doing? What is he producing in these starts? I know the last 3 to 4 games has been nothing. So.
And I totally agree.
Yeah, and Uta says, we all know it's a what you've done for us lately business.
And that's exactly what it is. I mean, this is a performance-based business. People think football is entertaining, but it's performance-based.
Yeah.
And
oh, by the way, they're making some pretty big paychecks.
If you were at your job and you didn't perform, how fast would they replace you?
Yeah. And oh, by the way, they're making millions of dollars. We're not talking about, let's be $50,000 a year. We're talking $50 million a year. I mean, just, you've got to be able to perform and live up to what your paycheck.
All right, okay, enough of Eli Manning bashing.
Okay.
He needs to come in the game today. He needs to play hard. So, what is your take on today's game as far as who are your, top 3 people that you think need to show up?
Well, it's not necessarily people. The offensive line in this game.
As a whole.
The offensive line protecting Eli, giving Eli a little bit of time to get to his weapons out there, I think is crucial in this game.
Okay, so Eli getting to his weapons.
Yeah, but the offensive line has to, they've got to stop the pass rush.
That's true. Okay, anything else?
I think that's the big one. And then, of course, he has got to be precise with his passes.
Okay.
He can't wobble and throw interceptions and do what he's been doing the last couple games.
Okay, my top 3. McAdoo today. We already know Eli needs to get his shit together. Right? Ben McAdoo. I want to see a complete game plan from Ben McAdoo. From the start to the end. I want to see a game plan that is actually, fundamentally sound, but also it's not safe. Because playing safe right now, look what we got us.
Right. It's not getting us anywhere.
It hasn't gotten us anywhere. We're at the bottom of the NFC East. I also want to see the defense. I want to see defensively put pressure on the quarterback.
Yes.
I want at least 4 sacks today by our defense. A minimum 4 sacks by our defense. Because they have nobody to throw the ball to. Right. And they have their starting left tackle, Ronnie Stanley. I want to see the defense get pushed up the middle.
I think it'll say a lot. It'll say what this defense is worth what we paid for.
Third, I want to see us run the ball today with a little bit of authority. I want to, that too, but also, I'll give you a plus here. When we get in the red zone, I don't want field goals. I do not want any field goals.
Right.
I want touchdowns.
Right.
Touchdowns, no field goals.
Right.
So,
and I think we're capable. I think we can get it done. It's just the team has to come together as a whole, and everybody has to do their part.
Definitely. So, fans, you guys out there, what are your top 3 things today you'd like to see the Giants do after they pull out this game? To see the Giants actually get a win today, what are the top 3 things that you would like to see happen today? And we'll take your questions and we'll listen. So, the hot seat. Mm-hmm. If the Giants lose today, is Ben McAdoo on the hot seat?
He should be.
He should be on the hot seat.
He should be.
Go ahead, because I know you have some reservations.
Right, I've had reservations about him from the beginning because, like I said, I'm not sure. I remember the whole, and you can educate me here, but I remember the whole they needed to transition the offense. I think it happened about 3 years ago, and that's when they brought McAdoo in as the new offensive coordinator. Eli was not very solid in this new offense for the past couple years. My understanding is they wanted to maintain what Eli had been working on, which really wasn't working if you ask me. So that's why they said let's promote Ben McAdoo and we'll go from there. And I have yet to see him do anything with this team that is going to get us to the playoffs.
Well, okay, you bring up some valid points. I agreed with the getting rid of Tom Coughlin. I did at that time, but I wanted Jerry Reese to go too.
Right.
Because you can't, you can't just kill the stem off the apple and leave the apple there because it's still the same thing, right? So I wanted both of them to go.
Right.
You still have the old regime there. It just didn't make any sense. But then you kept Ben McAdoo because, hey, you wanted continuity with Eli Manning in the offense. You didn't want your star quarterback to have to learn a new offense, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at what the offense is, and if you look at the offense itself, it's a West Coast offense. And anybody out there knows football, the West Coast offense is predicated on getting the ball out quick, short passes. We have receivers that are deep receivers. I don't think that scheme fits us.
We've never been known for a tight end.
Yes, that's definitely what the West Coast offense is. I want you to go back to the 49ers. All right, Bill Walsh. Basically, he said he was the creator of. They said he's the creator of the West Coast offense. They had Brent Jones. They had wide receivers. They had tight end. They had a running game. All right. If you look at Aaron Rodgers, they had a tight end. They had wide receivers and a running game.
Yeah.
The Giants have no running game, have wide receivers, no tight end.
Right.
So that's what that West Coast offense is predicated on. I just think the fact that Jerry Reese and that Giants recruiting team don't know how to pick the correct personnel for their scheme.
I agree.
And they're just picking personnel and hoping that they fit their scheme. You have to base your scheme around the players. I understand that. But if you're head fast on running the West Coast offense, then you need to get players in there
that are gonna support that offense. I agree.
Exactly. So
I agree.
Other than that, it's not going to work. It's going to be a work in progress, and I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years. By that time,
we're 2 or 3 years into it already.
this is true.
We're 2 or 3 years into it already, and it's still not looking any better.
I think we poured too much money into Eli Manning right now. He needs to look at Tom Brady and take a page out of his book.
Yeah.
Take a pay cut, man. You'll make it on the back end.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're going to have players.
You're going to have players, and you're going to hopefully get to playoffs and possibly.
There's going to be some big money shelled out for Odell Beckham in the next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay? Highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Highest paid top 5 paid quarterback, highest paid wide receiver. What else are you going to have? You're not going to have any money. So the Giants got to group the things together and pay people smartly. Get players. And not necessarily, marquee players. Learn how to pick the diamond in the rough.
Right, exactly.
Find the diamond in the rough.
I agree 100%.
I mean, when's the last time we had a diamond in the rough?
Yeah, I agree. Uta mentions defense must translate pressure into hits and sacks. Win the turnover ratio.
And this is the thing. We did win the turnover ratio against the Packers. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the Packers, but the Redskins.
Right.
But we still lost.
Yeah. Well, I think it was that, we should have won. We should have got down to the field, kicked the field goal, and we would have won.
No, sorry, it was Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
We won the turnover ratio there. We still lost.
Yeah.
And that was because our offense did not produce.
Right.
Going 3 and out, you go 3 and out, it kills drives. Right, penalties still drives, but going 3 and out, it keeps your defense on the field, makes them extremely tired.
Right, defense is tired. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a drive. It's just a momentum killer. We need to have momentum early. And if you look at the Giants are a team when they have momentum. They're good to go.
Yeah, so they play a lot better.
Yeah.
So what are the predictions? What is the prediction for today's game?
Predictions. I'll let you go ahead first.
Who was it? The center. Center went the center. Sean O'Hara. He went against the Giants today.
Well,
he went against the Giants.
Because he's looking at the offensive line and he's looking at it and saying, "This is not offensive line I'm used to."
Right. Yeah. So I was a little bit surprised.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, it is what it is. You know, he knows that locker room.
Yeah.
He has inside look at that locker room.
You know, I think our defense is going to overcome the offense today, just because, like you said, they don't have the weapons out there, and I think that our defense can capitalize on that. So I'm hoping that it's going to be low scoring for them, and like you stated, I'm hoping that Eli will be able to connect with some of our weapons out there, and we'll get 3-4 touchdown passes. So.
I'm looking at the and I'll give you my prediction in a second. I'm looking at the Giants defense to actually put their will, like put their whole will on this Ravens offense.
Right.
But the Ravens, I think today, watch out for a lot of screens today. You heard it from me. A lot of screen plays from the Ravens on the Giants. The Giants are notorious for not being able to handle screen plays. Since you don't have a running game, a passing game, because you only have a minimal wide receivers out there. Look for them to do a lot of screens. But my prediction today is I think the Giants pull this game out. I think the Giants score 21 points.
Okay.
And the Ravens only score about 10.
I'm saying 24-13.
24-13.
24-13
21-10 Giants. Today, if the Giants don't win today, is this organization in trouble? Do we need to have wholesale changes? I mean, what domino needs to fall right now if this team loses today to actually start moving in a different direction?
I mean, they've got to start with the head coaching position.
And one guys only been what? This is his first year as head coach?
Yeah.
1 year, just get rid of him.
Well, I mean, you know, this is my issue is they seem to I'm sure what they're going to do is they're going to want to give him time to see if he can, you know, wheel the team back to where it needs to be. It's going to be bumpy. We're going to ride it out because it's a new head coach. We just made some major changes.
So you're saying basically
they are
this year.
like, I don't think they should, because I never thought he should have become the head coach.
There you go.
But the Giants organization, knowing how they are, they never do anything
in mid-season.
They never do anything out of, you know, they never trade draft picks to get somebody high. They never do anything.
The Giants don't do anything big or sexy.
They do
sexy
nothing
type,
sexy, big, anything. It is as black and white as it can be. And firing a coach midseason is not something that the Giants organization is going to do, even if they should do it. So, you know, I think we're going to have to ride this season out. See, I think they're justified to do something because McAdoo has been in this organization for the past 2-3 years.
Sure.
And the offense, you know, to me, we haven't gotten to the playoffs in the last 2 to 3 years, 4, 5, 6 years, however long we haven't been to the playoffs. And I think that is indicative of his play calling and the offense not working with the players that we have.
Okay, so we gave you our keys to victory. You guys out there, give us your keys to victory today for the Giants. What is it the Giants need to do to win today? Give me one of your keys to victory today. Whether it be the offense, defense, special teams, coaching, spags, defensive coaching, anything. Just give me your keys to victory today. Like I told you, my key to victory today is basically, you know, the defense has to impose their will on this offense today.
Right.
They have a lot of people that are out today, and they actually need to just take over. They need to take over.
Right.
And
however, the offense can't keep the defense on the field the majority of the game.
we need to have a sustained drive. The Giants used to be known for having sustained drives. We need some sustained drives today. So, what are your keys to victory out there, G-Fit Nation?
Joseph mentions the G-Men should win this one.
Yeah.
We're hopeful. We're hopeful they will as well.
They should win this one because there's just too many people missing off that Ravens offense. Steve Smith Sr.'s out. You got Malcolm. You got Elvis Dumerville out. It's just a lot of people that are out today.
Yeah, I mean we've got to keep the take advantage of the situation that we're in.
Yeah,
Because I haven't seen us take advantage of the past couple games situations. You know, the Vikings, Adrian Peterson was out. We still didn't capitalize. You know, things like that. We're not capitalizing on some of the weaknesses from the other teams.
And I totally agree with that. It's just we're not actually, like I said, we're not imposing our will. We're not actually looking at the people that are out. We're not taking those matchups,
Right.
and we're not capitalizing on
Right.
those matchups.
And that's coaching. That's coaching.
That is coaching.
Right?
And I believe that's the coaches preparing your team.
Right. That's
You have to
what I
prepare your
mean.
team, you know.
Prepare your team. You know, make sure that you know what they're going to be doing. When they line up, you know, as the defense or offensive, you've got to be able to adjust. And like you said, I think during the last game, you know, Eli didn't change the play, and they have
If you
the
look at it definitely. When you had the Vikings knew that they were going to play two deep, they're going to play two quarterbacks, two safeties high, and two deep coverage on us, right? Because they didn't want our wide receivers. They didn't respect our running game. Typically, in that set, you should be able to run the ball. We were unable to run the ball
right.
against them. We were unable to run the ball against the Packers because they had the same type of defense on us.
Yeah.
We got to look at that. We have to formulate a plan that's going to actually negate what the defense trying to do. We don't make great adjustments during
Right.
halftime or in-game adjustments. The great coaches do that. Bill Belichick, Bill Walsh, those guys set their team up for success. Once you set the team up for success, it's the players that need to go out and execute the plan.
Right.
I can understand if it was players not executing, and some of that is, but defensively and offensively, we've been put in positions where we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose.
I agree.
It's things that just don't work out for us. So.
Well, like I said, you know, they say the morale is high. They say they're pumped up. You know, coming off of the losses that we've taken, I'm glad to hear that their heads are still up, because if their heads are down, they're certainly not going to come out and produce. So I'm hoping that, you know, they're coming together as a team. The morale is up. They know they can win this game, and they come out and they produce on the field.
I think the Giants have a great chance of winning this game. We got about 4 minutes left. Anybody got any questions out there? Anybody got any questions for myself or Drea? Just hit us up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game today. It's definitely going to be a good game. My surprises today, I mean, like I said, my score is 21-10. Yours is 23.
24. 13.
24-13. I'm looking at the Giants to have a better running game today. I want to see the running game. I mean, I'm just looking at the running game, and it has to be a lot better today.
I want to see.
I want to know your keys to victory. 2 minutes left. I want to know your keys to victory.
Eli has to connect with his wide receivers. He's got to connect with his wide receivers.
So is it a route running issue, you think, or is it Eli Manning? Is it a route running issue, or is it Eli Manning?
I don't know. I don't know. I know those balls are not looking pretty as they're coming out of Eli's hand.
Okay, we got Suggs Green. You said
Better run game. We need a better run game.
And we mentioned that. We need a better run game. Yeah, we have to have a run game. And our offensive line needs to show up today. A lot of offensive linemen say they'd rather run block than pass block, because pass block, you're out there too long. Running game, you're moving forward. Pass game, you're moving backwards.
Right.
But you got to have toughness. You got to be physically tough. Sometimes I don't think this offense is physical enough.
Yeah.
You know? It isn't just physical.
So Suggs Green, sacks.
Yes,
Okay.
sacks. I think.
Would you say you wanted to see
I want to see at least 4 sacks.
4 sacks today?
4 sacks out there
Yeah.
from this defense. That's $200 million. I mean, if you just do the math on that. They get 4 sacks today. 200 divided by 4. How much is that?
Yeah.
Per sack. That's a lot per sack right there. If you think about it.
50 mil.
Yeah, about 50 mil per sack. And that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, it's we need 5 or 6 sacks.
Well, so 5 or 6 sacks.
5 or 6
Let me
sacks.
tell you something. I'll take as many as we can get. Many as we can get, I'll take. But we need to put pressure on the quarterback. Joe Flacco should not be happy back there today passing the ball.
Right.
He should not be, his uniform needs to be tattered.
Yeah.
He needs to be scared. He needs to run all over the place.
DeVar says, let's go, G-Man. I think we should win this game. I have faith. My score is 20-14 Giants.
Your predictions. I said what? I said 21-13? I said 21-10. 21-10?
I'm 24-13.
24-13, 21-10.
Giants.
What is your predictions out there? We got about a minute left.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for the score out there today? G-Fit Nation, let me know. Let Dre know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we got to get past today. And if we don't win this game, I see a lot of hell. You might see John Mara out there today in the interview after the game, or Jerry Reese if we don't actually win today.
Well, like I said, and I think this was mentioned, we mentioned this in one of our previous videos, that, Jerry Reese should be on the hot seat. I mean, during the offseason when Coughlin stepped down, John Mayer, he put a lot of
Well, he put the onus. He
on
said,
Jerry Reese, and he
Jerry
said he
Reese,
has this year
we're going
to
to give you the
show
tools.
that that he should keep his position. So I'd be interested to see what happens.
All right, Suggs Green said, you said 30 to 10.
30 to 10.
G-Men, Robert Diaz, some home cooking today, 34-17, go Big Blue.
Yep, 34 to 17.
34-17.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
that's pretty. That's an explosive day for the offense.
I want to see that. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. That would, I mean, and based on how hyped they are coming out, I'm hoping that we will see that. So, okay, Uta Flame Suit on. Don't think the G-Men get it done today. 6 to 24.
Uta 6 to 24.
6 to 24.
I like to get Uta's take on why she thinks the Giants.
That I mean, that, that is the trend that they are on right now. So we'll see what happens. Ralphie Hernandez says, "What's up?" and hit 37 to 10 G-Men.
37 to 10 G-Men. That's a real explosive game for the Giants today.
Yeah.
Obviously, Eli Manning has to have a couple of passing touchdowns. I like to see a couple of rushing touchdowns in there. I like to have a long, sustained drive. But
Right.
That's a big score. That's
Yeah.
a big score.
Yeah. So we've got some big scores. We've got Uta going up against our G-Men. But with our track record, it's justifiable. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, as Giants fans, this is all I want to do
This is
today.
Henry's Hard
Flacco
Tea.
is eating.
Actually,
So Robert
Delicious,
Diaz,
refreshing,
Flacco is
easy to drink adult beverage.
Flacco
That's
is
like
eating
Henry's
grass
Hard
today.
Orange.
He's eating grass today?
Yeah, he's eating grass today.
Hey, this is all I want to see the Giants do today, guys.
Okay.
This is the remix for the city that's just start snapping. Crack hit, leak on the jack like, let's make it happen.
Stop me, I'm all the way up.
Alright, guys.
Hey.
So,
All Giants fans out there, thanks for joining us today. Definitely tune in to our halftime show and also tune into our post-game show. Hopefully it's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Giants to go what?
all the way up.
All the way up, y'all.
I'm ready for a win today, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Show it what you want, I got what you need. Show it what you want, I got what you need. Show it what you want, I got what you need.